Miss Third Ward, your first question. What is your aspiration in life?
Oh, my aspiration in life, to be happy.
Mama said, you're a pretty girl. Brush your hair, fix your teeth. Imagine the pain away. Really hurts, trying to fix something, but you can't fix the soul that needs a surgery. Lumber hair, flat chest, soft beach, sugar free, just another stage. This time I'm gonna take the crown without falling down. Perfection is a disease of a nation. Ain't got no doctor or pill that can take the pain away. The soul is the soul and it's surgery. Plastic smiles and the now can only take us so far. Shattered mirrors and the shards of a beautiful past. Perfection is a disease of a nation. It's the soul that needs a surgery. Perfection stares right into you. Are you happy with yourself? You happy with yourself?
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm continuing with my Beyoncé discography journey. We have made it to her 5th studio album from 2013 called Beyoncé. Developed as a visual album, its songs are accompanied by non-linear short films that illustrate the musical concepts conceived during production. Its dark, intimate subject matter includes feminist themes of sex, monogamous love, and relationship issues inspired by Beyoncé's desire to assert her full creative freedom. So every single song from this album has a visual attached to it, a music video. Throughout the creation of this album, the songs and videos were composed in strict secrecy as Beyoncé devised an unexpected release. Beyoncé the album was released digitally on the iTunes Store without prior announcement or promotion and debuted at #1 on a US Billboard 200. I remember that day all too well. People were flipping out. I checked my iTunes Store and there it was, Beyoncé. She dropped a brand new album. So I guess it goes without saying that I immediately checked it out and I was amazed. When discussing her intention behind the unconventional release of the album, Beyoncé said, "I miss that immersive experience. Nowadays, people only listen to a few seconds of a song on their iPods and they don't really invest in the whole experience. It's all about the single and the hype. It's so much that gets between the music and the art and the fans. I felt like I don't want anybody to get the message when my record is coming out. I just want this to come out when it's ready and from me to my fans." She explained that her intent was to reinstate the idea of an album release as a significant and exciting event that has lost meaning in the face of hype created around singles. Following the release of her 4th album, 4, Beyoncé gave birth to her first child, Blue Ivy, on January 7th of 2012. Oh, so she turned 10 years old this year. Wow. Happy belated 10th birthday, Blue Ivy. Now, I have heard this album before, but it's been many years, so I actually don't remember what a lot of these songs sound like. The ones I remember for sure are Pretty Hurts and honestly, that's pretty much it. I vaguely remember XO, track 10. And I vaguely remember Drunken Love and Haunted, so this is going to be a great refresher. And I will be listening to 17 tracks for a total of 1 hour and 18 minutes. Now, we did kick off the video with Pretty Hurts, track 1, which was the 4th single from the album. I was always a big fan of this particular song. I love the overall composition, and the chorus is great. I like the more moodier atmosphere, and I also love the story that she's telling. Mama said, "You're a pretty girl. What's in your head, it doesn't matter. Brush your hair, fix your teeth. What you wear is all that matters. Just another stage. Pageant the pain away. This time I'm gonna take the crown without falling down. Pretty hurts. We shine a light on whatever's worst. Perfection is a disease of a nation. Pretty hurts, pretty hurts. My favorite lyric of the entire song is trying to fix something, but you can't fix what you can't see. It's the soul that needs a surgery. And then she goes on to say, blonder hair, flat chest, TV says, bigger is better, South Beach, sugar-free, Vogue says, thinner is better. I mean, the message of this song has always been prevalent in society. You have to look your best. There's no other way around it. You have to look your best. Perfect hair. God forbid you have a bad hair day. Perfect teeth. Sugar-free. Diet. Slimmer is better. And that is what magazines always push. It's what the media always pushes. It's still prevalent today, but in a different form. Now it's filters, it's Instagram, Facetune. Perfect white teeth. Not a single hair out of place. And it's even worse today than it was back then, in my opinion. Because of technology, the Facetune, you can adjust every insecurity, and it's all at your disposal, at your fingertips on an app, and anyone can do it. Trying to fix something, but you can't fix what you can't see. It's the soul that needs the surgery. Plastic smiles and denial can only take you so far. Then you break when the fake facade leaves you in the dark. You're left with shattered mirrors and the shards of a beautiful past. Pretty hurts. Are you happy with yourself? You stripped away the masquerade. The illusion has been shed. Are you happy with yourself? So when you shed away the makeup, the Photoshop, the Facetune, the filters, are you still happy with yourself, with how you look outside and inside? Now, Pretty Hurts was co-written by Sia, and it was actually initially written for Katy Perry and then offered to Rihanna, but both failed to record the track, and as a result, it was sent to Beyoncé instead. The track's lyrical content deals with subjects of third-wave feminism, self-empowerment, and body image. Additionally, the song's lyrics deal with the consequences of society's high standards of beauty, and in Pretty Hurts, eating disorders are depicted as one of the subjected results. I think we definitely wanted to speak to as many women as we could, and all the pain and struggle that we go through as women to maintain this impossible standard of beauty. We wanted to give it a darker edge and take it there and not give you the Disney version of that struggle. And Beyoncé was more than willing to go that far with it, and I applaud her for that. I will say we have made progress when it comes to body image. You see a lot more diverse body types out there now in marketing and social media and promotions. I have noticed that. So it's not just the typical skinny, slim girl. I've seen a lot more body types now in marketing and promotions. So at least we're kind of making progress in that department. Sia wrote Pretty Hurts with singer Katy Perry in mind and later emailed the song to her. However, Katy failed to read the email. How rude. Sia is emailing you. Come on. And in what Sia described as an awkward situation, she then sent the track to the management of Beyoncé and Rihanna. Dr. Luke received Beyoncé's cut of Pretty Hurts and played it for Katy Perry, who later text messaged Sia saying, "I'm pretty hurt you never sent me this song." Sia then responded stating, "Check your email," to which Katy replied, "It was meant to be with Beyoncé, of course." So it worked out in the end. So overall, I really do like this song. I like the message, I like the lyrics. I like the build up towards the end. I like Beyoncé's vocals, of course. I like the more dark nature of the song. So to me, this is a great Beyoncé song. It's a great opener for the album. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 2, Haunted.
The winner is Beyoncé Knowles, female pop vocalist.
I would like to thank the judges for picking me. I love you, Yusuf.
And I've been drifting off on knowledge. Catcalls on catwalks, man, these women getting silent. Spoon-fed, pluralized eyes to find the beaches and the forest. All the shit I do is boring. All this work of life is boring. All these people on the planet working 9 to 5 just to stay alive. 9 to 5 just to stay alive. 9 to 5 just to stay alive. All the people on the planet, how come? What goes around goes around. we see. It's where we go. To you, to you, to you,
That was track 2, Haunted. This is such a great achievement for Beyoncé, this song. I remember hearing it for the first time and loving it back in 2013. Loving it, loving it, loving it. First and foremost, the thing I loved most about this track was the overall ambience. The more dark tone, the beats, it's moodier. And I liked it. The song does open with an award show when Beyoncé was a small girl. The winner is Beyoncé Knowles, female pop vocalist. And then she says, I would like to thank the judges for picking me, my parents who I love you, Houston. I'm climbing up the walls because all this shit I hear is boring. All the shit I do is boring. All these record labels boring. I don't trust these record labels, I'm torn. All these people on the planet working 9 to 5 just to stay alive, then 9 to 5 just to stay alive, then 9 to 5 just to stay alive. How come? What goes up, ghost around, ghost around. I really like the progression on this song from beginning to end. And during the middle part, she says, reap what you sow, perfection is so. It's what you do, it's what you see. I know if I'm haunting you, you must be haunting me. My haunted lungs, ghost in the sheets. I know if I'm haunting you, you must be haunting me. My wicked tongue, where will it be? It's a very strange, sensual song. I mean, this is unlike anything Beyoncé has done before. She could have gone the more commercial route with her music, but why do that? It's so boring. Do something different, do something experimental. And that's what she did. And this goes back to her prior album too, 4, how she didn't really put out a commercial album with 4. She kind of did her own thing. The song was conceived by Boots, who was one of the producers of the song. Following an infuriating meeting with the record label, the song was presented to Beyoncé, who decided to record it following similar experiences in the music industry. Musically, it consists of 2 parts, titled Ghost and Haunted. Lyrically, Haunted contains sexually explicit and frank lyrics talking about desire. She says, the bedroom's the wrong way, slap me, I'm pinned to the doorway, kiss, bite, foreplay, my haunted lungs, ghost in the sheets. When discussing the writing process of the song, Boots said the things people say in those meetings would take your breath away. After a while, I didn't even feel like I was talking to people anymore. I was just talking to chairs. So I went home, it was 5 in the morning, and I just started typing shit out. Everything I hear on the radio isn't inspiring. I'm not inspired by anything I'm doing. These people have no idea what's happening. It was just a stream of consciousness. I woke up the next day and realized I needed to do something with that. That's what eventually became that rap that Beyoncé sings in the song. It's a gorgeous slow burn of a song, and it's just so different for Beyoncé, and that's what I also love about it. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 3, Drunken Love, featuring Jay-Z.
I've been drinking. Why can't I keep my fingers off it, baby? I want you. Cigars on ice. Got me pity, baby. I want you. Can't keep your eyes off my belly, daddy. I want you. The thing I remember is that beautiful bodies running over that blue. We all night. All night. And everything alright. Walking in my life, every lip. I'm rubbing on it, rubbing. If you scared, call that ribbon. Boy, I'm drinking, I'm singing. On the mic to my boy, twerking, riding with my surfboard. Raining on that wood, raining on that wood. Surfing all and it's good. Well, woke up in the kitchen saying, how the hell did this shit happen? Oh, baby. The thing I remember is that beautiful bodies running over that blue. We all night.
If I do say so myself, time to back up all of that mouth that you had all in the car. Hope you can handle this curve. Don't play it up for you. Fucked up my Warhol. I'm like, turn up, baby, no, I don't play. Now eat the cake, please tight. We sex again in the morning. Your breakfast is my breakfast. We be all night.
Never time. You mean it's good for all of my entire life and drinking watermelon. Can keep your eyes off my fatty daddy, I won't you. We be all night.
That was track 3, Drunk in Love, featuring Jay-Z. Another great song on the album. Once again, just like the other 2 tracks, I love the overall production of the track. It's more dark and ominous, and that's what I like about this album so far. And also the lyrics. I love the stories she's sharing with me on this album. I've been drinking, I get filthy when that liquor get into me. I've been thinking, why can't I keep my fingers off it? Baby, I want you. Nah, nah. Why can't I keep my fingers off it? Cigars on ice, feeling like an animal with these cameras all in my grill. Flashing lights, you got me faded. Baby, I want you. Can't keep your eyes off my fatty daddy, I want you. Drunk in love. We woke up in the kitchen saying, how the hell did this shit happen? Oh baby, drunk in love. So essentially, I guess the song is about drunken sex. In the kitchen. I'm rubbing on it, rubbing. If you scared, call that reverend. Boy, I'm drinking, get my brain right. So it's like you meet someone at the club and you're grinding up on each other and you go back to their place or your place and you just have drunken sex in the kitchen. I mean, it's not my preference of location. Now, Drunk in Love was selected as the second single from the album. Its lyrics, which depict female sexuality, are sung by Beyoncé in a sensual and confident way. Now, one of the writers of the song, Detail, approached Beyoncé with a beat he had created called Drunk, inspired by different situations from being affected by alcohol. Beyoncé said, we just kind of had a party. It was so great because it wasn't about my ego. We weren't trying to make a hit record. We were just having fun, and I think you can hear that in the record. Jay-Z later appears in the song to provide his rapped verse as he relates having aggressive sex to Mike Tyson, who's convicted of rape in 1992. Similarly to Beyoncé, Jay-Z sings about the places they have had sex in their house, so not just the kitchen. But do I want to know? I mean, beds, what beds? Beds are overrated. Now, this was a big hit for Beyoncé. It charted in many places around the world, and it did reach number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100, so it almost snagged that number 1 spot. Oh yes, the infamous surfboard. Boy, I'm drinking, I'm singing on the mic to my boy toys, then I fill the tub up halfway, then ride it with my surfboard. Can I also say, this crown is digging into my flesh. It's leaving a dent. Pretty hurts. Anyway though, let's move on to track 4, Blow.
I love your face, melt away.
Oh yeah, this part. Ha! That was track 4, Blow. And Beyoncé. I mean, dare I even mention the lyrics? I kiss you when you lick your lips, you like it wet and so do I. I wonder how it feels sometimes, must be good to you. Keep me coming, keep me going. Can you eat my Skittles? It's the sweetest in the middle. Pink is the flavor, solve the riddle. I already did. Make sure you clean that, that's the only way to get the flavor. When you're thirsty and need love, I give it up till I'm empty. Bring your work home on top of me. I'ma let you be the boss of me. I know everything you want. Give me that daddy long stroke. Yes, daddy. I can't wait till I get home so you can tear that cherry out. Just rip my cherry out, daddy. Give me that peaches and cream. I mean, this is Beyonce's sexiest album yet. What I also like about the song is not only is it quite playful, but it has a more funkier beat to it. It's a bit more disco inspired. The song received comparison to songs from the 1970s and 1980s, mostly by Prince and Janet. Lyrically, it talks explicitly about oral sex and cunnilingus through heavy innuendo in line with Beyonce's sexual tone. There were also a handful of notable producers on the song, such as Pharrell Williams and Timbaland and Justin Timberlake. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot lyrically, and her vocals, the sensuality, the blatant sexuality, and it gets you hot and bothered, I won't lie. I mean, there are some sexy pop songs out there that some pop artists release, and they're supposed to be sexy, but they're really not. It's like they're trying too hard. But this one, it just comes so naturally to Beyonce, and it just drips. But let's move on to track 5, No Angel.
Baby, put your arms around me, tell me I'm a problem. Underneath the pretty face is something complicated. Because you're no angel, baby. Know I drive you crazy, but would you rather that I be a machine? But you want me for, cause you're no angel, baby. Cause you're
That was track 5, No Angel. And this is another song where I love the production. The production is fire. I also liked her vocals, especially during the chorus. Her vocals were quite, what's the word? Breathy. Baby, put your arms around me, tell me I'm a problem. No, I'm not the girl you thought you knew and thought you wanted. Underneath that pretty face is something complicated. I come with a side of trouble, but I know that's why you're staying, because you're no angel either, baby. But would you rather that I be a machine who doesn't notice when you're late or when you're lying? I love you even more than who I thought you were before, cause you're no angel either, baby. Beyonce uses a high vocal register, singing in falsetto with breathy vocals. Lyrically, the song features the protagonist declaring that neither she nor her love interest are perfect. I was never crazy about this song. I do like listening to it, but for me, it's not one of my go-to tracks on the album. Someone from Time magazine stated that Beyonce sang slightly obnoxiously in the song, but others praised her falsetto on this track, calling it a thing to behold. So you either found her vocals obnoxious on this track or you enjoyed them. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 6, Partition.
Let me hear you say, hey, Miss Carter.
Hey, Miss
See me up in the club with 11 girls. Every girl in here gotta look me up and down. All on Instagram, paid by the pound. You like the image every time I come around. This all for you, just walk my way. Tell me how's it looking, babe. Tell me how's it looking, babe. I just go slow, high like trouble, puffing on the music, sneezed on the beat, and the beat got sicko. Don't say all on his mouth like liquor. Say all on his mouth like liquor, like liquor, like liquor. Say all on his mouth. Rather run at the partition, please. 45 minutes to get all dressed up. We ain't even gonna make it to this club. He popped on my buttons and he ripped my blouse. He Monica Lewinsky all on my gown. Oh baby, 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 I slow it down. Take all of me. Just wanna meet the girl you like. 'Cause right here with me, right here with me, right here with me. Travel at the partition fast. Over there, I swear I saw them cameras flash. Imprints and footprints on my glass. Private show with the music blasting. You like to call me teachers when we get this nasty. Just order daddy, daddy, now you rip my fat. And we ain't even gonna make it to this club.
Hello. Est-ce que tu aimes le sexe? Ne t'intéresse pas le sexe. Les hommes pensent que les féministes détestent le sexe.
This made me a thirsty boy. Another hot song from Miss Carter. Every girl in here gotta look me up and down, all on Instagram, cake by the pound, circulate the image every time I come around. The man ain't ever seen a booty like this, and why you think you keep my name rolling off the tongue, cause when he want to smash, I'll just write another one. I sneezed on the beat and the beat got sicker, Beyoncé on his mouth like liquor. And then it progresses into the second part of the song, driver, roll up the partition please. I don't need you seeing Beyoncé on her knees. Took 45 minutes to get all dressed up. We ain't even gonna make it to this club. Now my mascara running, red lipstick smudged. Oh, he's so horny. Yeah, he want to fuck. So she's very, there isn't really any innuendo in the song or metaphors. She's just very blatant. He popped all my buttons and he ripped my blouse. He Monica Lewinsky'd all on my gown. Well, can you be the Bill to my Monica? Over there, I swear I saw them cameras flash, handprints and footprints on my glass, handprints and good grips all on my ass. I don't remember any of the music videos for these songs. I think I might have seen a few of them back in the day, but I don't remember what any of them look like. Now, Partition was released as the third single from the album. The song consists of two parts, individually titled Beyoncé and Partition. Exploring the deep sexual nature of Beyoncé, Partition depicts sexual intercourse in the back of a limousine, which I cannot relate to. When speaking about the track, Beyoncé said, "It takes me back to being in my car as a teenager. It takes me back to when me and my husband first met, and he tries to scoop me up, and he thinks I'm the hottest thing in the world. I kind of had this whole fantasy of being in the car, and this whole movie played in my head. I didn't have a pen and paper. I got to the mic. I'm like, oh, press record." Beyoncé uses the 1998 emerging political sex scandal between US President Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky as a euphemism for her man finishing on her clothing. I love the picture they used of Monica. She's like, it's like, yeah, she knows. You dirty girl. I mean, I suggest you keep a few Kleenexes handy when you listen to this album, not because your nose will be running, not because you have a cold or you're crying, but if you know, you know. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 7, Jealous.
I'm in my penthouse, half naked.
Oh god.
I cooked this meal for you naked. Just one shot left of this drink in this glass. Don't make me break it. And I know you're not honest. You got me yelling. That's because I'm jealous. If you keep me your promise, so keep it mine. I don't wanna walk in your shoes. Do the type of things that I'll never ever do. Baby girl, you can't survive like this. We come dress out my closet. Beyoncé filling out this skirt. Tonight I'm staying out to tomorrow. Dancing on them tables. Say what up to his bestest. Now we're reminiscing how we used to flex and check.
I just realized I didn't have my headphones on for the last 2 songs after taking off my crown. See, I'm just having so much fun. That was track 7, Jealous. And this was always one of my favorite tracks from the album. It fits in perfectly with all the other songs. The ambience, the overall beat and production, the energy. I also quite like the lyrics. I'm in my penthouse half naked. I cooked this meal for you naked. So where the hell you at? There's just one shot left of this drink in this glass. Don't make me break it. Wish that you were me so you could feel this feeling. I never broke one promise. I know when you not honest. Now you got me yelling. That's because I'm jealous. If you're keeping your promise, I'm keeping mine. Sometimes I want to walk in your shoes. Do the type of things I never ever do. So I take one look in the mirror and say to myself, baby girl, you can't survive this. I guess lyrically, this is one of the more darker songs on the album. She's jealous of her significant other, and she doesn't know what he's doing, where he's going, or she has an idea, and she's concerned. Lyrically, Jealous is a self-referential song discussing feelings of jealousy, suspicion, and revenge directed at a present love interest. She questions the loyalty of her male love interest, and he is believed to be cheating on her with another woman. I mean, Beyoncé has sung about unfaithful lovers since the beginning of her career, as early as Destiny's Child. But what did it for me was the overall production of the song, the mood, the haunting chorus, and a lot of these songs are quite haunting to listen to. Sexy, but haunting. There's like 2 sides to this album. There's the sexy, explicit side, but then there's the more moodier, darker, haunting side. But let's move on to track 8, Rocket.
Let me sit this ass on you, show you how I feel. Let me take this off. Don't take your eyes, don't take your eyes off it. Watch it, babe. Grab a hold, don't let go. Let me know. I wanna show you now. Slow it down, go right. Right up to the side of my mountain. Reach right into the side of my mountain. Deep, babe, deep. Then dip me under where you can feel my river flow and flow. And wash me over until my well runs dry. Rock it till waterfalls. Even till waterfalls. I gotta make a confession. I'm proud of all the space. I can be a piece of sunshine in a piece. Rock it till waterfalls. I wanna play in your deep bay, deep bay. Rock, life has a reason. Swim me, kiss me, pray we don't overflow. Baby, I know you can feel it flow. Deep in the peak of my waterfall. Tell me what you gonna do about that. Punish me as all up in your face, yeah. What about that ching ching ching? What about that ching ching? Baby bonus. Home is where the heart is. God damn it, I'm comfortable.
That was track 8, Rocket. Wow. This kind of sounds like a song we'd hear from her prior album 4, but it is extremely sexy, of course. Very sensual. Do you want to touch a baby? Oh, grab a hold. Don't let it go. Let me know that you're ready. I just want to show you now. Slow it down. You rock hard. I rock steady. I want to play in your deep, baby, then dip me under where you can feel my river flow and flow. Bathe in these waterfalls. I do it like it's my profession. I'm proud of all this bass, baby. I'll put it in your face. Deep in the peak of my waterfalls, rocket baby. I can't help but love the way we make love, daddy, daddy. Ooh, child, yes, Lord. Damn, baby, you're driving me crazy. I will say Beyoncé does use the word daddy quite a bit in her music. Production-wise, this song does sound quite different from all the other tracks. It's more traditional R&B sounding. There's also an electric guitar. The song was conceived in trying to showcase Beyoncé's confidence and sexuality. It features explicit and metaphorical lyrics discussing frank female sexuality, a prominent theme present on the album. It sees Beyoncé addressing a male partner through sexual innuendos, adopting soft and sensual vocals. I mean, the sexuality on this album is not letting loose. It's in the very fabric of this entire album. The production, her vocals, the lyrics, just everything. It's a throbbing rocket. It's a pulsating waterfall that gushes across. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I stopped when I said the word gush. I did like listening to the song. For me, it's not one of the go-to tracks. It's not a song I would listen to all the time, but it still perfectly fits in with the overall theme of the album. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 9, Mine, featuring Drake.
I've been watching for the signs, took a trip to clear my mind. Oh, I'm not feeling like myself since the baby. Are we gonna even make it? As if we are. We're taking this a little too far. Maybe wherever I'm at, taking this a little too far. On my mind, I passed my bedtime, no rest in the kingdom. We should get married, we should get married. Stop making a big deal out of the little things, cause I got big deals and I got little things. You're mine, long as you know who you belong to.
From 8 until late, I think about you. Yeah, this whole thing got way too deep and we should stop making a big deal out of the little things. I just wanna say you're mine, you're mine. I just wanna say you're mine, you're mine. I gotta pull up on you. I'ma let my hands do the talking when I see you, baby girl. I miss feeling on you. Been about you and I'm still about you. But you tell me you done with that.
That was track 9, Mine. And and I loved this track. First and foremost, of course, I loved the overall ambience, the mood of the song, the instrumental. It was so euphoric and, again, haunting, gorgeous to listen to. I also liked Drake on this track. It was a nice collaboration. I've been watching for the signs, took a trip to clear my mind. Now I am even more lost, and you're still so fine. All mine. I've been having conversations about breakups and separations, but I'm not feeling like myself since the baby. Are we gonna even make it? 'Cause if we are, we're taking this a little too far. I just want to say you're mine. You're mine. I just want to say you're mine. Beyoncé reveals her everyday doubts regarding marriage and motherhood. It's a futuristic R&B song with a relaxed jazzy flow, combining African beats with muted modern hip-hop. Beyoncé also confesses about going through rough times with her husband after the birth of their daughter, asking the question, are we gonna even make it? Even though this song does deal with difficult subject matter like a woman going through doubts and worries, what have you, it's still a gorgeous song to listen to. The overall production was divine. I would definitely listen to the song again. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 10, EXO.
Controllers here looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
Your love is bright as ever. Baby, kiss me before they turn the lights out. Your heart is glowing. Baby, kiss me. Baby, love me lights out. In the darkest night, search through the crowd. Turn the lights out forever. Better kiss me before time is run out. Body sees what we see. Oh, baby, take me before time is run out. In the darkest night, give you everything, baby, love me lights out. I love it like EXO. You love me like EXO. Give me everything, baby, love me lights out. In the darkest night, give you everything, baby, love me lights out. Lights out.
That was track 10, EXO. And this was always one of my favorite tracks on the album. Once again, the overall production's great, just like all the other tracks. And I just like the feeling I get when I listen to the song. I like the overall energy. Your love is bright as ever, even in the shadows. Baby, kiss me before they turn the lights out. Your heart is glowing, and I'm crashing into you. Baby, kiss me before they turn the lights out. I search through the crowd. Your face is all that I see. I give you everything. Baby, love me lights out. Baby, love me lights out. EXO, you could turn my lights out. We don't have forever. Baby, daylight's wasting. Musically, it was compared to her other song, Halo, and was noted for having several music hooks, including its call and response chorus. Now, just like Halo, this is another song that Ryan Tedder had a hand in crafting. The song does begin with a 6-second long sample of former NASA Public Affairs Officer Steve Nesbitt, recorded moments after Space Shuttle Challenger disaster on January 28, 1986. Now, NASA did initially criticize the use of the sample. Beyoncé issued a statement to ABC News in response to the families, explaining why she and her co-songwriters decided to include the sample. My heart goes out to the families of those lost in the Challenger disaster. The song EXO was recorded with the sincerest intention to help heal those who have lost loved ones and to remind us that unexpected things happen. So love and appreciate every minute that you have with those who mean the most to you. It's a very uplifting song. I like what the song stands for. And the overall production is gorgeous, and I think it's wonderful. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 11, Flawless.
You
Your challenges are a young group from Houston. Beyoncé, Lativia, Nina, Nikki, Kelly, and Ashley. Girls Time.
We teach girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. Because I am female, I am expected to aspire to marriage. A marriage can be a source of joy and love and mutual support. We teach girls that they cannot be sexual beings in the way that boys are. A person who believes in the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes.
Wake up, flawless. Post up, flawless. I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Flawless. Ladies, tell them say I look so good. Post up, flawless. Round in it, flawless. My diamond, flawless. There's a rock, flawless. Ladies, tell them I woke up like this. So good tonight. Goddamn.
The judges give champions Skeleton Crew or Star. Girls Time receives 3 stars. Skeleton Crew. See you next week.
That was track 11, Flawless. And I remember hearing this song for the first time, and it really did stick with me. It's one of the more thought-provoking songs on the album. It does open with Girls Time, which was the hip-hop group that Beyoncé was part of before Destiny's Child. I mean, this is the very definition of a feminist anthem. It's in the same vein as some of Beyoncé's earlier songs with, for example, Destiny's Child, Independent Women. Musically, Flawless consists of 2 parts, Bow Down and Flawless, divided by a speech titled We Should All Be Feminists, delivered by Nigerian writer, I don't want to butcher her name, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I mean, that was the highlight of the song, that speech, We Should All Be Feminists. I mean, I was shocked when I first listened to the song and that part came up. It's definitely one of those moments on the album that resonates with you, it stays with you. I think it's definitely one of the highlights on the album. Say, I look so good tonight, goddamn, mama taught me a good home training, my daddy taught me how to love my haters, my sister told me I should speak my mind, my man made me feel so goddamn fine, I'm flawless. But let's move on to track 12, Superpower featuring Frank Ocean.
Palm of my 2 hands hold each other. That's just the way it is. And when my voice is screaming out to my own ears, now that's just the way it is. After all these years, what I'm feeling is a little different. Moving forward, love, superpower. Like a bear, a tough love.
And I thought the world would revolve.
Thought the world would.
Nothing I know could slow us down.
I thought I could live without you. There's nothing I know can break us down. Just like you, I can't be scared. Just like you, I hope I'm spared. The laws of the world tell us what goes sky. The laws of the world never stopped us. One subtle power, superpower, a tough love, superpower. Ooh, too much to bear, superpower. But still we got plenty power. Yes, we can break us down. They can break us down.
That was track 12, Superpower. And I liked listening to the song for the first time, but I will be honest, it's not one of the more memorable songs on the album. It is one of my least favorite tracks. For me personally, it didn't really do anything. I guess I didn't see myself before. Moving forward, superpower, a subtle power, like a shark, like a bear, a tough love, and I thought the world would revolve. I thought the world would revolve without us, but nothing I know could slow us down. Lyrically, the song talks about the power of love and unity and the empowering effects of a long-lasting relationship. I mean, it does fit in with the overall concept of the album, it really does. But for me, I just found it slow and a little unremarkable. I don't know, that's my opinion. It just didn't really do anything for me. I did like the overall instrumental though. The instrumental was probably the highlight for me. Anyway though, let's move on to track 13, Heaven.
I fought for you the hardest. I just can't stand to see you leaving. Heaven couldn't wait for you. Heaven couldn't wait for you. We laughed at the darkness. We stood on the ceilings. Heaven couldn't wait for you. No, heaven couldn't wait for you. Heaven couldn't wait for you. Heaven couldn't wait for you. Go home. So go home. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Amén.
A very, 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 very emotional song on the album. I fought for you the hardest, it made me the strongest, so tell me your secrets. I just can't stand to see you leaving, but heaven couldn't wait for you. No, heaven couldn't wait for you. So go on, go home. We laughed at the darkness, so scared that we lost it. Heaven couldn't wait for you. I mean, this song is devastating. The personal lyrics describe the protagonist mourning the death of a beloved person by repeating a sentimental hook. I mean, it's a very simple song. There aren't really a lot of lyrics. There really isn't a lot of production happening on this track, but it really does touch you, and it gets its point across, and it's moving, and at times it's quite devastating. Beyoncé publicly talked about the miscarriage, which happened before the birth of Blue Ivy during an appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Beyoncé also wrote and recorded a song called Heartbeat to cope with the loss, which did not make it on the album. I didn't know Beyoncé suffered from a miscarriage. Her husband, Jay-Z, also mentioned the miscarriage in his song Glory, released after the birth of Blue Ivy. The experience made Beyoncé doubt the fact that she will have children in the future, and she described it as one of the hardest things she had to endure. It's the type of message that takes a lot of strength to express, especially for a woman who had to endure it. To follow it with a song named after and featuring her infant daughter is the most powerful moment of all.
Sometimes when I look in your eyes, someday when you're holding me tight, come on baby, won't you hold on to me, hold on to me. Ooh.
That was track 14, Blue, featuring Blue Ivy. And this has to be one of the most powerful moments in any Beyoncé album. The segue between Heaven and Blue. The juxtaposition of death and birth, of losing something and then gaining something, and the heartache, the devastation, followed by the love and bliss. Come on, baby, won't you hold on to me? Hold on to me. We've got to hold on. Make it last forever. Come on, baby, won't you hold on to me? Blue. A very emotionally stirring way to wrap up this album from Beyoncé. Now, there are 3 more tracks on this Platinum Edition: 7, 11, Ring Off, and Standing on the Sun, the remix featuring Mr. Vegas. I don't have time though. I really don't. This video took a long time to record, and my battery's running out. I just don't have time, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I can't fit in 3 more songs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save those 3 songs for my next video, Lemonade. I'm gonna open that video with those songs if you want me to. If none of you mention it in the comments, I'll just forgo those songs. I also think it's a nice end note to end this video with songs like Heaven and Blue. It feels weird to listen to Heaven and Blue and then listen to 7-Eleven, which I actually don't remember what it sounds like. I did briefly listen to the first 5 seconds just to understand what the overall vibe of the song would be, and it's definitely more upbeat. So it just feels weird to listen to a song like that after listening to songs like Heaven and Blue. So I think ending this video on Blue is a good way to go out. So that was all 14 tracks of Beyoncé, her self-titled from 2013. Wow. Wow. What do I say? This is, what a remarkable album. This really is a pop masterpiece. I don't say that often, a pop masterpiece. I don't think I've ever said that in one of my videos, but this really is. And congratulations to Beyoncé for doing something so different, so daring, and experimental. There are a few commercial moments, but overall, these are not songs you would hear on the radio, really. You can really tell a lot of love and dedication went into this album. I loved the overall production of this album. The beats, the overall ambience of a few of these songs, all the songs actually, and it's haunting and dark, ominous at times, very sexual. I don't need to tell you that. And it's uplifting, it's empowering, and it's spectacular. I also quite liked the songwriting. At times, the songwriting is very raunchy, filled with sexual metaphors, double entendres, and just blatant sex. Definitely her sexiest album. Some of her most sexiest songs are on this album, no doubt. She sings about love, but also loss and death, and what it means to be a woman in this day and age. She holds nothing back. She speaks her mind, and she's very open and honest on this album. What I also like about this album is it's not overproduced. It's not overly glitzy and bombastic. At times, many times, it's very subtle and daring and ominous and dark, ghostly. It's like stepping into Beyonce's personal experimental world of, it does say here the genre is alternative R&B, but there's also electronic beats, and there's more classical moments, and we hear the piano, there's disco, of course there's hip-hop, and just all sorts of interesting sounds and beats on this album. In 2020, Beyoncé the album was ranked 81st, oh wow, on Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. This album made the top 100 of Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. This album makes pop music exciting. It's not frivolous, it's not generic, it's not typical radio hits. It's exciting, it's different, and I think it's a home run. So what did you guys think of the album and what are your impressions of it? Maybe you don't like it as much as me. Maybe you don't think it's her best. Tell me why in the comments. So in my next Beyoncé video, I will move on to album number 6, Lemonade from 2016. So look out for that video next time, and thanks for watching, guys. You can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Instagram, you can message me and say, hey, how are you? And I will see you next time. Take care. That was 7-Eleven, track 1 of Disc 2, and it's the next day. I'm recording this the following day after listening to the first 14 tracks of Beyoncé, the album. And like I said, initially I was going to include these 3 tracks, 7-Eleven, Ring Off, and Standing on the Sun, in my next video for Lemonade, but I thought about it last night, and I decided I didn't want to save these 3 tracks for Lemonade. I want to listen to them now for this video. I have never done anything like this before on my channel. In all the album review reaction videos I have done on my channel, I have never split a video between 2 days of recording and merged them together as one. I've never done that before. There's a first for everything, and it's pretty exciting, I won't lie. At least for me, anyway. Wow, 7-Eleven. This is so different from the other 14 tracks. It's so aggressive, it's so badass, that beat, her vocals, it's so in your face. It's so wild, it's a good time, it's so interactive. This definitely sounds like the most commercial sounding song on the album. It is something you could hear on the radio. 7-Eleven is a song for the reissue of Beyoncé, the album, the Platinum Edition, released in 2014. I mean, this song was released in 2014. 8 years ago, but it sounds like a song that could have been released today. Literally tomorrow. It could have been released as a single from Beyonce's upcoming new album, whenever that will be. Though I feel like releasing a song like this from Beyonce would kind of go against one of her mantras, how she doesn't want to create music necessarily for the charts and for the radio. She wants to be her own individual artist. She wants to create art. She doesn't want to chase trends and the charts. So in a way, this song even goes against what Beyoncé, the album, stands for. Shoulders sideways, smack it in the air. Legs moving side to side, smack it in the air. Legs moving side to side, smack it in the air. Wave your hands side to side. Clap, clap, clap. So like I said, it's a very interactive song. There really isn't a story to the lyrics. It's just random smacking and clapping and drinking alcohol. What did she say? Hold that cup like alcohol. Hold that cup like alcohol. Never drop that alcohol. I know you're thinking about that alcohol, man. Or I should say, man, this here like rolling dice. 7-Eleven, 7 twice, man, 7 twice. It's a good time. It put a smile on my face. I mean, this is one of those songs you play when you're having a drunken party, a drunken good time with your friends or wherever, and there isn't really a lot of value to it. I feel like if this song was released today, it would have gone viral on TikTok. I think I said the same thing about one of her other songs from B-Day, Get Me Bodied. But for me anyway, it's not the most memorable thing in the world. This isn't the type of song I would play all the time. I very much do prefer the other 14 tracks on Beyoncé. I mean, songs like this were made for twerking, let's be real. Anyway though, let's move on to track 4, Ring Off.
I understand your many sleepless nights. You used to dress and fix your hair, and you smile through your tears. I wish it didn't hurt at all. I don't know how I got here out until you had enough, then you took that ring off. You took that ring off. Found a new man, now you're shining fine like it's my time. You took that ring off. You live and learn, that's just the way life goes. This song's so proud, you took the high road. In the mirror, you would stare and say a prayer. When you had enough, and you took that ring off. You took that ring off. Found a new man, now you're shining fine like it's my time. You took that ring off. After all them years, we can start all over again. This is where freedom begins, mama. So put your love on top. Hey, love on top. Hey, love on top.
Before you just know it's called moving.
That was track 4, Ring Off, of Disc 2, and this was quite interesting production-wise. I liked that riff. I did find the overall production of the song to be quite interesting. The mashup of the more reggae sound, that reggae flair to the song, but also the more electronic beats. My favorite part of the track was that riff and the story she's telling, the lyrics. Mama, I understand your many sleepless nights when you sit and you think about father or how you tried to be the perfect wife. You used to dress and fix your hair. Oh, that's like a throwback to track 1 of disc 1. Pretty Hurts. What was it? Brush your hair, fix your teeth. Then you smiled through the tears. In the mirror, you would stare and say a prayer. Like, I wish he said I'm beautiful. I wish it didn't hurt at all. I don't know how I got here. I was once the one who had his heart until you had enough, then you took that ring off. She finally took her ring off, her wedding ring, because she couldn't do it anymore. She didn't feel appreciated by her husband. He didn't call her beautiful. And it's quite sad, the loss of love. Dust yourself off and you love again. You found a new man. Now you shine and you're fine. So this does have a happy ending. This woman found a new man and she shines once again. Always know that you got a daughter that's so proud you took the high road. The song addresses the end of a marriage between Beyonce's parents. Okay, so it's actually about her parents. I thought maybe Beyonce would just be singing to the average listener some sort of encouragement when it comes to breakups and divorces and loss of love. It was written in the form of open letter of encouragement for her mother, Tina Knowles. The last part of the song has Beyonce declaring to her mother that it's time to put your love on top, encouraging her to put herself and her own happiness first. These lyrics were noted to be a witty rework of the singer's own song, Love on Top, from her album 4. I thought that was a nice little wink wink nod nod. There is also a bit of dialogue at the end of the song. I think it might be Beyonce's mom, Tina. If you're going through it, just know it's called going through it. And you're not going to get stuck there. You're not gonna die. You're gonna survive. And something I failed to mention when I listened to the first 14 tracks on disc 1 was I found it interesting how there were quite a few snippets and samples from Beyonce's life at award shows, which I found interesting. For example, the song, what was it? I think Flawless, and also, oh, what was the other one? Oh yes, it was Haunted, and also Pretty Hurts. Beyonce at pageants and award shows as a child, and when she was part of Girls' Time, sometimes you win, and sometimes you lose. But I think Beyonce really encapsulates what it means to brush your knees off and just get back up. When you fall down, you don't stay down, you get back up and you try again because you believe in yourself, you're confident as fuck, and you know you can do what you set out to accomplish. I like the intention behind the song, I like the lyrics. I did like the overall riff of the track, but for me anyway, this isn't a song I would listen to again. I honestly didn't find it overly memorable. Anyway, though, let's move on to track 6 of disc 2, which is Standing on the Sun, the remix featuring Mr. Vegas. That was track 6, Standing on the Sun, the remix featuring Mr. Vegas, and my mind kind of just checked out halfway through. I don't know, I just kind of wanted the song to end, not because it's bad. I don't think it's a bad song, but for me, it just doesn't really go anywhere. It's quite unremarkable. It's not very memorable, and it just did nothing for me. It did kind of remind me of Rihanna's first 2 reggae albums, Music of the Sun and A Girl Like Me. In the sun, set me alight, my body and your delights, burn me up, set me alight, I can't deny your desire, feel like I'm on fire when you touch me. I feel the flame licking at my feet, can you feel the heat on my skin? Can you feel all my lovin'? So this is a hot song, it really is. So those were the 3 tracks I wanted to check out. And now I feel complete. So what did you guys think of those 3 tracks, 7-Eleven, Ring Off, and Standing on the Sun? And what did you think of the overall package of Beyoncé, the album? But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Instagram, you can message me, you can say, hey, how are you? And I will see you next time. Take care.